Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to show you the easiest way to add some really nice cool ambient light on your Tesla Model 3 Air model. Why that totally changes the interior look of your Tesla. This does not require any type of tapping into the OBD or routing the cable all the way to the rear USB or even the front USB. This hides all the cable, and as I said, the easiest installation of ambient light that I have ever done with the most impact. Super simple. It is fully embedded here, and you can control this using your app. You can sync it with music, and just gives you a lot of interior cool light. Let me show you how to do the installation and let you know what it does. So this installation process is surprisingly simple. There's not much involved with this. There is a USB port here. So you take this one USB, plug it into the glove box USB, and then plug your Sentry Mode USB drive to this open port. They send you the kit, so you don't have to have a splitter or anything. They already include that. So you plug this into the Sentry Mode. This is where the regular USB goes to get power. And this thing takes the power. Here's the control unit. You can download an app using this QR code here. Then that takes the power and then splits it into two different units. This first one is for your central console by the wireless charging port. This is super skinny. Just slides in, no issue. You don't have to take apart any panels or anything. And the other one goes to the dash. And in the dash too, there is no sticky stuff here. There is no 3M adhesive, no nothing. This just slides it into a little tiny wedge that they have in the dash. I'll show you where it is. And that's it. Super simple. So to demonstrate this, here, I have the USB. I'm gonna plug it into the back of my Model Y here, this USB. And as soon as I do that, you're going to see the light turn on. So here, the light is toggled on and it is working. So that's how simple it is, and you can go through, change the settings and everything, which we'll play around with the app. But that's it, one USB port and all of this is good to go. This product was sent to us free of charge by TL-Yacht. TL-Yacht is one of our to-go place for all Tesla accessories. They have got some amazing cool products on their website. This is the one that we are reviewing today. So as you see, it says $75.99 for the instrument console and the central console piece. So that's basically what we got, that piece there and then that one. So if you just want those two, that's what we got. That's $75.99. I'll show you how to save some money. But then if you want the footwell panel as well, where you can see the footwell side, so on the both sides, so in the middle as well as on the two sides, then you can pay a little bit extra to get that, because it says $95.99. But if you just want the two piece here, super easy installation. You can go here and hit add to cart, and then you can go to checkout. Let me show you how you can save some money. So you go here on the discount code. If you type in SHIVATESLA, so Shiva Tesla, hit apply, and then you can see that it knocks out $19, making the total to $56.99. I'll let you be the judge if this is worth it or not. This is an affiliate code, so we do earn a very small commission at no additional cost to you, which greatly helps us bring videos like this in the future. Thank you very much. Let's continue. So first step, we're gonna open the glove box because we're gonna tap right there for power, and we're also going to be removing this side panel unit. You can just reach over there and remove it, super easy. Of course, we have got a bunch of wires for other accessories like this blind spot monitor. We have got a wireless charger there. So we already have a lot of wiring that we're passing through here, and that's what we're gonna do, pass this wire to the top here. But remove that panel, super easy. So in here, you see this is the USB for the Sentry Mode. What we're gonna do is take this splitter that came with the kit, and then we are simply going to plug in the male end here, and then plug this USB into the female end, which is super simple. All you do is remove this USB, take this end here, and then simply plug into this port. So we're good. Then we're gonna take the other end of the USB and then plug this one in, the flash drive. One thing you will see is right here, it says unavailable because we removed the USB stick, and that's a good way to test it. So once we put this in, we need to see that it can read the USB, and it says right now, it says recording. So that means that is good to go. It saw the link, it is recording now. So that's the confirmation that you have. Now, this is already powered, so now we need to just start routing the wire. Now I'll first start with this here, which is this short cable, and all you do is just wedge in this open space that you see, and just kind of eyeball it, make sure it is kind of center here, and you're good to go. No sticky, no glue, no nothing. That's it. So the bottom one is installed. Let me show you how to hide the wire. Now for the wire routing, all you do is you take this end here and then basically go and put it on this gap. It's a super skinny cable, so it goes around really nicely. And then basically your goal is to hide the cable as much as you can. There's a lot of places where you can just insert it. And then you can see right there, that gap, you can push it through and then bring it all the way from the hinge. The goal is for you to be able to close this and not see the wire here. Now that is done, we're gonna work on cable management in a little bit. Let's route this main one for the dash. So right here, we have the cable that's coming for the main unit, this one. And all you have to do is kind of lift this dash a little bit and then route this from underneath. And it's super easy. It goes through there. And then we're gonna take this all the way through. Again, make sure you have a little bit of slack here, and then you can wedge it on this gap at the end. So go around, put that through. Our goal is to bring this unit all the way over here so that we can put it on this little slit that you see. So as much as you can push this in, you may need to use a pry tool to put this through. They do send you a pry tool for this same purpose. And then right here. So if you hide it underneath, I recommend hiding this underneath these two ports there so you don't block any of the screws or anything that needs to go in. And then you're good to go. Now we just need to put this on the little slit here. The install would be done. So one thing you have to understand is the length of this LED is a bit shorter, that it doesn't reach both ends off this dash. And I think because of that open space down there, probably that's the limitation. So you kind of have to eyeball the middle or measure it if you want, so that you leave a little bit of a wire on this side, and then so that it doesn't look off, it kind of looks center here. So that's one thing that you have to prepare. So one good thing about this install is that you don't need any type of adhesive or anything, because that actually goes and sticks on that little gap that you have. So you insert it, you wedge the light and everything into the little gap that you see underneath the dash. That keeps this install super clean and easy, so you don't have to worry about 3M adhesive or anything, and it is hidden. Let me show you what it looks like once we stick this. So essentially, if you hide the cable through that slit, you can then start pushing the LED through that same area. You just have to make your way out there by simply pushing that LED there. So what you do is either you can take the pry tool that they send and then push into this and it kind of sticks, or you can even just take your finger and then run it in that area and then just make your way to the other side. I'm already done with that part and looks really nice. It reflects here. I'll show you in the dark what it looks like, but it's pretty great for not needing any type of a adhesive or anything here. So we'll just make our way to the other side, but this is pretty much done. And if you're having a hard time pushing this in, you can use the pry tool and prop that area open. That makes it so much easier to just simply insert this in here. And if you look at it, like, it looks so embedded. Even on a daylight, that just runs, and you just have to make sure that this is straight, and you do this everywhere. Now look at that. It is all fully embedded throughout. You won't even see it. You don't even see the wires or anything, but then you're gonna see the reflection on the dash. So that makes it super cool without showing any visible wire or anything, and really easy to install. It is fully embedded in there. I'm not sure how well you can see this in there, but this is fully tucked in. Like, I don't think it's gonna come up because it is just there in that gap. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit to show you a little bit better. Look at it right there. It is wedged in that gap, and I don't think it's gonna come off. But even if it does, it's super easy for you to just slide this in. It almost feels like Tesla left that space for a product like this. Next, we are just going to put this side panel back on that we removed earlier. That makes it super easy that there is no wires left. And then we just have to do a little bit of wire management here. If we wanted to tuck this, pull this, put some wire rubber here maybe to do the wire management so we can put the rest of this stuff here. But this closes. We're good to go. And if we were to open this, it opens again. The installation is done. Now, if you want to make this even cleaner, you can take the wire, there's that little bracket there, the plug, and then route it all the way to this end so that the bottom and the top are coming from the same place. Then you can even use a zip tie or a wire tie here, and this fully closes it. So if you wanted to make it even cleaner, you can do that as well. Now, one thing I would recommend is, even though they send you a splitter like this, I don't know how safe this is. I've seen it done with other stuff, but because this is such a big deal with Sentry mode, I would recommend you get a USB hub like this. This is very inexpensive. You can get it on Amazon. Anchor is a really good brand for this, where if you plug in here, the one end, now you get 4 different ports or however many you need, so that you can split the USB here and have this space for gaming controllers, for power. You have got extra ports just in case, and you can plug in your Tesla Sentry mode here, then the power for the USB, the LED here. That way, you know, everything is good, it is recording, you are assured that this is going to work, versus this one, it does look like a splitter, but I don't know if it has everything that it needs for a long-term safety and support. So I'm just letting you know, to err on the caution side, I would get an inexpensive hub like this from a good brand that you can trust. We are good to go. On a broad daylight, this is what you see. Super cool there. There's another one there, and it reflects. I really like how this reflects. It's like a gaming PC where there's no visible LED strips, but you can see the reflection. So that makes it really cool. We're gonna do the testing here at night and show you all the features and everything. It would be much easier to show you, but super embedded. Looks great. So it has a really nice, cool welcome effect. As you see, it does the animation really good. And it goes through the pattern that you have set it from your phone. And you can see that on both the top and the bottom, and it projects it out. Looks really cool. So this light will automatically turn off after about 20 seconds after you leave the car. So if you close it, it still is on for a little bit, but then it will completely turn off. So this is in the evening. There's still a little bit of light, but you can see how well this reflects here on the pad, as well as how well it reflects right here. And you can see it just from the top. So let's talk about the app control of this. It's still daylight here, and you can still see a lot of light reflected. I'll show you the night version here in just a second, but even with the day, this is very reflective and you can easily see it. The app is called Bleed Me 2. You just scan the QR code on that little controller, and then it'll take you to this app here. So you go to Bluetooth, and then you hit search, and it says LED chase. So it's connecting, and now it is connection is successful. So we're good to go. Now we can start controlling this. So once you're in this page, this is the wheel, and this is the basic color changing, right? We have seen this everywhere else with different LEDs, and what it does is simply changes the color here, and you can go on the wheel and change this whatever color you want. It has a lot of color options. So that's great, right? Like, but we have seen something like this in the past. What we haven't seen on product like this is this customization. Before we get to that, of course, it has got the brightness control, so you can change the brightness here, and then you can also change the flashing, right? Like how fast the light strobe happens. So if you don't want any strobe, then you can change that. But this is where magic happens. When you go to modes, they have got all of these modes with directions of where the light is moving. So let's say if we go first and then just hit auto, you get that really nice, cool animation on both the top and the bottom. And mind you, it is still light out there. This is not even a complete dark, and you can see the reflection so cool with that. Now, if we were to change this to number 2 there, you change that. Number 4, it has different kind of a frequency and flashing, and it changes between different colors. Things get interesting when you start looking at these arrows here. So this is the one where like it is going that way, it is gonna come, and then as you see, it is an added effect. So it goes and then adds, and the light becomes longer, right? So it has that effect right there, which is really, really cool. Then if we were to go over here and put this one, as you see, it has multiple colors. That one is really cool as it goes top and bottom on the both sides. This one is just flashing on one side, and you can set this one as the top one over there. You can go through all of these modes, and it's just super cool. Like for a small, easy to install device like this is really impressive on all the things that you can control here. And what you can also do with this is, let's say if you wanted this or that, and any of this patterns here. So if you are in that pattern there, you can also, of course, increase and decrease the brightness, but you can also increase and decrease the speed. So if you decrease the speed here, that is gonna go super slow, versus if we were to increase it, it goes really fast, and then it will show the pattern there. And then flashing. So if you want that to be flashing, probably illegal at night if you want to do this. Kind of confuses with the cop lighting, but you can do that, right? Like, and super fast here, slow down there. This is just crazy impressive what you can do controlling from this app here. And then if you go to music, you can play the music. They have some music there, and it kind of goes through that. And then the mic. So as you're talking, the light is sensitive to your voice. So right now, as I'm talking, the light is moving, and if I stop, the light goes away, and then it comes back. So it is sensitive to how I am talking here, and if you want to put music on the car, then that is what you are going to see there. And a really cool way to see this is if you go here, let's say it is a red light, and then if we go to voice, look at that. So as I'm talking, the light is blinking, and as you can see, like, that's sensitive to your voice. So super cool. So many different modes that you can try. You can set one of them to the top. If you really like this one, I will set this as the top. So then I have the number 2 is just going to be that. And then if I just do auto, this is what you get. And it has a nice reflection right here on the dash as well as on the bottom. As you can see, it illuminates. So impressive for a small, easy to install device like this. Now, one thing I will say is this is a bit short. I wish they made this longer so it covered the entire dash, but if we were to take you over there, you see that there is a little bit of gap on that side, and then if we come back here, there is that gap there too. I could have probably slided it towards the right a little bit to make it more centered, but that is one thing that I think they need to just make this a bit longer, the LED. So what do you all think about this product? I think it's a really nice way to add some ambient light inside your Tesla, be able to control this. It doesn't require removing the panel here. It doesn't require tapping into the OBD, no wire mess. You don't even see anything, and it's fully integrated inside. I like the nice reflective here, the light that you see. So very creative, outside of the box thinking, making it super easy to install, and it just makes the interior a lot better in my opinion. I'm a big fan of ambient lights, colorful lights, but I've always hated the installation process because it required a bit more complex installation. Until now, they figured it out where it's super easy. I would say that they should probably make this light a little bit longer so it covers the whole thing from front in the dash for both Model 3 and Model Y, and also for the bottom one to be able to make it so that it kind of runs here in the footwell panel. They do sell a unit where you can put it on the footwell, but it kind of sticks out on the front. So just keep that in mind. I wish they just made it where it is fully integrated, and my job here is to nitpick on things, so perhaps they should also make it so the light runs across the central console here, add more modules as they go with it. Another thing I would say is they should probably send a USB splitter actual dongle like the one that I have, so that we know that it is safe and we can use the Sentry Mode USB at the same time instead of just having that USB splitter. Probably it works. Again, I don't want to mess with the Sentry Mode system, so having an actual dock, having an actual dongle probably is a safer way to go. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more Tesla content like this in the future, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back again soon.